Is your toddler not eating solids or is he a picky eater? Then I have just a solution for you. Here are the things you could do to make your child adapt to solid foods. Night weaning. Sometimes babies are getting too much calories at night and that could be making them disinterested in food during the day. So try night weaning and see if it helps to make your child hungrier during the day. Learn about eating windows. Kids generally need 3 meals and 2 snacks a day, each 2.5 to 3.5 hours apart. Just as a baby needs to be tired enough to nap well, kids need to be hungry enough to eat well. The period when your child is at most hungry is called as eating windows. To recognize the eating windows, follow these steps. Number 1, write down when you eat and what you eat on a typical day. Number 2, change the timing of meals to adjust to your baby's eating windows. Example, my daughter doesn't eat well during breakfast, but she's hungrier during lunch and dinner. She likes to eat a late breakfast and an early lunch and dinner, so I adjust the timing accordingly. Give fulfilling meals. When I say fulfilling meals, it doesn't mean more in quantity but rich in quality. You should try to serve at least 2 food groups in every meal. This means that meal should have foods from each food groups of carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, and minerals. Example, rice, some veggies, and meat. It would be a fulfilling lunch. Snacks would include some biscuits, apple slices, and cheese. Improve environment. Create an environment that will make your child more likely to eat. You can start sitting down at the table with your child for meals, limit screen time and toys while eating. Reduce any sort of distraction that might affect a child's interest in food. Also, it's a good idea to socialize more with your child as you feed. Track eating pattern. Chart and track your child's eating pattern. I discovered that my daughter eats well during lunch, but by the time of dinner, she's too tired and eats briefly. So I keep dinner simple and lunch elaborate. I invest more in lunch. Track eating preferences. Check out whether your child prefers sweet or savory foods. Also, watch out what kind of texture food they prefer to eat more. My daughter prefers spicy and salty foods just like me. She doesn't like sweets. Texture wise, she prefers to eat crunchy and sharp tasting foods, so I prepare her food according to her preference. Division of responsibility. Division of responsibility is a research-backed method created by dietitian and family therapist Eileen Sater. The idea is that arguing with kids and trying to get them to eat more foods stops them from learning to know when they're hungry or full. Instead, parents are advised to control their side of things only, which is what food is offered, where it's offered, and when it's offered. And children are in charge of deciding when they will eat and how much they will eat. Food exposure. Food exposure is a concept which made sense to me. Turns out children didn't have to eat food to get used to it. Just seeing the food on the table counted as food exposure. So allow your child to help wash the veggies before a dinner or make them see you eat foods and talk about the veggies or foods. Example, these carrots look so good. Let's hear if they make a big crunch when I bite them. So those are just simple tips that I could give you to imply so you can get your picky toddler to eat food. I'm hoping that it was super useful. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Sending you lots of love. See you in the next videos, mamas.